Hey, thanks for tuning in today. I wrote a really big article on Substack. It's called My 899 Tech Stack Reviewed. The subtitle of this is a full breakdown of what I'm keeping, cutting, and questioning after reviewing every tool I use this year. I'm not going to read the full article because it's quite long, but I will link it in the show notes. I'm going to read the intro and a few things and then just maybe go to some of my favorite tools or tools that require maybe a bit more definition. But if you want the full breakdown of everything I used this year, including streaming services, fitness, hybrid tools like Amazon Prime, I do have Uber One membership. Those things I find very valuable because they actually save me money. So yeah, just sharing my tech stack, and I've had great comments back. People finding it very helpful. Some people are like, you don't pay for a CRM, you don't have a project management tool. How do you do it? Yeah, look, I've got Google Sheets and I talk about that. I've done an episode about how I organize things. So there's a lot of free tools that I use that I haven't mentioned here. I've just mentioned the paid tools. Okay, here's the article. I just fired myself from 37 different jobs. Well, technically, I hired software to do them instead. This year, I ran my consulting business without a single employee or office, just me, my laptop, and 51 tools that handle everything from client bookings to podcast editing. The cost, 11,899 Australian dollars, which is approximately 7,900 US dollars. Now, I'm curious if you're listening, do you think, how much do you spend? Am I upper limit? Am I medium? I'm so curious. But yeah, anyway, I love tech. In fact, trying new tools is a hobby of mine, but I need to keep it in check. So I sat down to audit which tools to keep or flick, and I'm sharing my entire solopreneur tech stack with you in this article. By the way, when you're running a one-person business, the line between business and personal tech blurs. Therefore, I've included all the tech I've used this year, including, like I said, fitness and streaming apps. 2 tech tips before we dive in. Tip 1, your existing tools are quietly getting better. I discovered something interesting during this audit. Tech tools are improving at lightning speed, often adding features that could replace other subscriptions entirely. For example, Google Calendar now has an inbuilt scheduler that could potentially replace Calendly for basic appointment booking. Now, the only reason I'm keeping Calendly is because of their paid booking feature. People can pay when they schedule calls, like a Pick My Brain with me, which Google doesn't offer yet. I think it does with like a premium account, but on the version that I'm at, it still makes sense to run with Calendly. Tip 2, the 1-month experiment strategy. When I want to test a new tool, I have a simple rule: buy it for 1 month, then immediately cancel the subscription. That gives me 30 days to properly evaluate it without the mental load of remembering to cancel later. If the tool proves its worth, I can always resubscribe. If not, I'm automatically out after the trial period. You'll see this strategy throughout my audit. Tools like Perplexity AI, Tavis AI, and Luma were all 1-month experiments. So here's my category breakdown. Media and content creation, $3,775. Operations, $2,720. AI tools, $1,067. Marketing, $1,912. Hybrid tools, $175. Entertainment and streaming, $1,262. Fitness, $988. So let's just pick a couple under these. So media and content creation. My favorite tools this year, I've talked about Descript a lot. It's my favorite tool on the planet. It helped me. I mean, it's basically the reason I got this podcast off the ground this year. I'm recording this in Descript right now. It does a ton of video features. It's just incredible. The AI Underlord feature to edit video and audio is out, like best tool around. Hello Audio, big expense, $1,491 a year. Actually, this podcast is hosted in Hello Audio, and I've got maybe 60 podcast feeds, private podcast feeds in there. I use it for client work, different services, scenarios, products, etc. So it's amazing. Restream I use for Talk the Walk with Alan. That's $300 a year. Podpage, if you look at any of the show notes, that's produced on Podpage. Just go to podcast.leannehughes.com. Zoom, of course, $277 best expense. I really should have put that in operations. All right, operations, $2,720. Like I said, Calendly, I'm thinking, do I cancel that? I actually pay for 2 storage services. One is Dropbox. My laptop is, everything on my laptop is synced up. It's just completely synced to Dropbox. So anytime I screenshot anything, it's on Dropbox, like everything. So if I lose my laptop, I could back it up immediately. With Dropbox. And I can access things like on every device in terms of file storage. I also have iCloud storage. I've got the 17 Pro. I can't remember if I got the 2. I think I got the 512 megabyte. But I just use that because I like the handoff of cloud photos on different devices as well, on my iPad and my MacBook. Loom, another favorite tool. I talk about it all the time. For video messaging, I do proposals on it. I just released the latest event details using Loom, so I did a quick video. You can comment on there. Clients love it. It's awesome. AI tools. So what I cancelled this year was Manus, Perplexity, and Tavis. I cancelled Manus because originally they had AI agents that could do stuff on your behalf, but now ChatGPT Pro does that. The tool that I wish I'd kicked off 2 years ago when this was all AI was kicking off, everyone used ChatGPT. And the reason I upgrade is because it's got all this context on me sitting there, but I feel like Google Gemini is way better. So I'm wondering if I make that switch now, because it's like, do I make the switch now, or do I just keep paying for ChatGPT? I might, even as I talk about this, I might make that switch. Marketing, I think Canva is an obvious one. Kit.com is interesting. That's ConvertKit. It's an email marketing software tool. This year I started publishing weekly articles on Substack because I really want to grow on this platform. I think it's nicer to write in. ConvertKit, you send out an email and it's like a one-to-one response. You don't really create engagement or community. With ConvertKit, you can do things like people can download files and lead magnets. They give you your email in exchange for that. It's like I've got to make up my mind in January. I just don't know what to do there. Hybrid tools, like I said, Amazon Prime, I love it. Uber One. The amount of delivery costs I've saved on Amazon Prime, and I save a lot of money using Uber One because I use a lot of Ubers when I travel, travel around the world. Entertainment and streaming, I've got Kayo Sport. It's mandatory for me because of all the sport, AFL, NRL. Netball is on Kayo Sport. Spotify, Duo, YouTube Premium as one of the best tools I purchased this year. I think I've had it for over a year now. I hate all the ads on YouTube. There's so many. And you can play things in the background. It's pretty powerful. Fitness, Peloton, I'm obsessed. You'd know that. Strava, I've upgraded. I did a podcast about that. And the Aura Ring as well. So let me know what I'm missing, what you think I should keep, or maybe just maybe check out. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. Thanks for listening, and read the article. It's in the show notes. Speak to you tomorrow.